Is this? Oh, it's on. Huzzah. All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Richard Maud. I am the founder of Vema Trader, and I am very excited to be up here on stage at AuscryptoCon 2023 to show you what we have been working on at Vema Trader for the past, my God, since 2017. All right, so just a bit nervous. Give me a second, eh? So Vema Trader, our booth is right outside the, just there, like on the corner of the exit here. So when you leave here, come say hi, come get some swag. We've got stickers and lemonade lollies with little ninja faces on them. Rightio, so back in 2017, when I first started getting into trading and taking it seriously, I made a lot of dumb mistakes that a lot of traders make when they first get started. Like, first thing you're going to do is you're going to find yourself lacking a lot of time. When do your alerts go off? They go off at 2 a.m., they go off when you're driving, they go when you're on a date with your wife, or in my case, my alerts went off while my 6-month-old baby just did a big crap in her nappy and needed to change. Hey, your alert's gone off. Well, sorry, Kaylee, Daddy's got to manage his trade. That's not a viable option. The other thing that you'll have trouble with as a beginner trader or as a trader in general is you'll have troubles doing data analysis. I can tell you right now, the people using Vema Trader who are journaling their trades, ask any professional trader, they're journaling their trades so that they can analyze their data later on. If you're not doing that, then you're not going to be able to identify where you're going wrong and what you need to do to improve. The other thing you'll do is, that I most definitely did, was have some pretty piss poor discipline to start off with. You know, you've done your technical analysis, you've seen where support is, and you're going to buy, I'm going to get some of this asset right now. And then you set your stop loss somewhere, and then you see price goes down and falls down, and you're like, oh no, yeah, but I mean, the RSI was so low now, it must be bouncing up. So you move your stop loss further away, and then it falls down, my trade's correct, it's support, it's been touched like 5 times back there, I'll just move my stop loss further down. So now you're risking more than you were actually supposed to do. Put your hand up if you've done that before. Hey! And then I've been using computers my entire life, my whole life. Basically, my second memory is me on a computer playing video games. And so I'm very familiar with using computers, but as a trader, when you're trying to switch between your charting tool and your position size calculator and the exchange, and you're trying to go to your journal, and you're trying to fat finger all your numbers into place. Like if you've traded Tron before, like the embarrassing mistake I made not trading Tron was that it's got so many zeros. And so I think I put like 5 zeros instead of 6. And so that got me into a much bigger position. That trade lost, and I lost a lot more than I was anticipating. Which is a bit of a bugger. So you're trying to switch between all these tools, even though you're a tech-savvy person, while you're dealing with price action. I mean, money's involved, so it's a high-stress situation. And if you make a mistake, which you're going to possibly do, then it can be really, really stressful and cut you a lot more money than you were anticipating. And so I decided to change all that. Back in 2017, I said, you know what, I'm a software developer. I run an R&D department. My job is to find problems in the company and solve them. And so I said, Richard, you've just lost money again because of making a dumb mistake. There's a problem, solve it. And so I got to start on working on Vema Trader. And so Vema Trader can help save you a massive amounts of time. You just set your trade up, and then that's it. You just walk away and let it take care of everything else for you. It reduces your stress and anxiety. Who's gotten up at 2 a.m. in the morning because you've got a position open, and you're like, oh my God, I want to check how it's going. Hey. No one. Many of you are lying. It's going to help encourage your good habits because Vema Trader was built to put a lot of guardrails in place so that you don't trade when the risk reward is bad. You have to follow a trade plan. You must trade with a stop loss. All of these things are just there in this single one platform with a super easy to use UI. So what is Vema Trader? It is an integrated trading platform that helps you to visualize, execute, monitor, and analyze your trading performance. It saves you time, it calculates position size and risk management for you, and it improves your trading because of its automated journaling, and you're welcome to add your own journaling stuff to it as well. We call it the continuously improve with the Vema loop. First, you're going to visualize your trade plans. Then you're going to send them off to Vema to execute the trades. While your trades are open, you can monitor your trades, you can manage your trades. And as you've just collected a bunch of trades and done all this trading stuff, and it's been tagging your data, journaling your trades for you, now you've got a collection of data that Vema can look at and say, you know what, Richard, trading on Tuesdays is good for you. Trading on Wednesdays, you do nothing but lose on Wednesdays. So if you just stop trading on Wednesday, you'll be a much more profitable person. So Vema can help you automatically analyze your data to tell you what's going good and what you need to stop doing. Now, the cool part is, it's not just me up here saying we've got some cool software, you should come check it out, which you should do. It's an absolute hit with some of our early customers. We've got people like Greg saying, I love how easy it is to use. We've got, I can set up my trade and walk away. I don't have to just get up at night to watch it. This is every trader's dream. My favorite, Daniel Martin, the bottom right, first trade that I did with Vema, felt like I cheated. And Sam Sillett, I couldn't imagine trading now without Vema Trader. It is that good. So I'm about to give you a demo. You'll see that I don't have a computer. So back at the back there is Mr. Reese McGavin. How you doing, Reese? So I'm going to try something different where I talk you through what Reese does. Well, he does it. And so there's a lot to look at in Vema. There's a lot of stuff, but I want to focus on two things today. I want to focus on risk management and how journaling should be really, really easy, because journaling is one of the most important things you can do as a trader. But it's also probably the number one thing that most people don't do. Yeah, I'll journal my trades later on. You know, I'll get that tax information on Saturday or something, and then they never do it. So Vema just automates that, and I want to show you how cool that's going to be. So let's check out Vema Trader in action. Dean, if you could please switch the monitors over, and we should be, yeah. Can you guys see Vema on the screens? Yeah, sweet, awesome, thank you. Rightio, so here we are looking at Vema Trader interface on the chart starting screen. You'll see that there is a trigger that has been added on there, the lovely purple line showing the uptrend. And there's the price chart. So we're built over the top of TradingView. You do not need a TradingView subscription to work with Vema though. So Vema is completely standalone, just happens to use their chart, which is, I mean, it's the best charting software out there. Like, there's no doubt about that. So. Rightio, so we integrate with 3 exchanges, BitMEX, Binance, and Bybit. We also do Forex through our funded account program through the Concept Trader. They're a great mob. But anyway, let's go ahead and set up a trade here. So we've got a trigger, and the trigger says, when price gets to my trigger, do something. If you could add a setup, please. All right, so in this case, we're going to say, when price hits the trigger, we're going to set up I reckon a long, because we've got a bit of an uptrend. And the strategy we're going to choose is going to be a bounce strategy. And so because V for visualize, V for Vema, everything we want to do is just on the chart. There is the left-hand panel that you are welcome to go and explore. I'll run you through some stuff today. But really, we just want you to looking at the chart. Or just completely visualize, just drag it. Reese, if you could just move your stop loss a little higher. Okay, so now Reese could go ahead and just press add. Don't, but he could go ahead and just press add, and now that would be sent off to Vema to be monitored in real time. But let's do something interesting. This is an uptrend. I don't just want to buy as soon as price hits the trigger. Let's do some more stuff. So if you could check out the add conditions on the left-hand side, let's go and add an expiry date. Now, so if that doesn't happen, if this trade doesn't hit the trend line by insert some date that we just drag onto the chart, then Vema's going to cancel the trade plan, no entry, because now you have to come back in a couple of days to re-review price action and double check that your technical analysis is still valid. Next thing we're going to do, add another condition, and let's add a distance to confirm. Now this one here, as Reese just puts in, I don't know, 1% or something, pay attention to the indicative entry. It just bumped up. So now what we're saying is when price hits the trigger and we then see some bullish action, we actually see the price rise, not just touches, it has to show us that there's some good action going on, then this gives us more confirmation that we can actually take this trade. So that's great. But you know what? What if price comes down, hits the trigger, and then just falls straight through? Like, you're sucked into a trade, and that sucks. So we can add a distance to invalidate here. So in this case, if price comes and hits the trigger, we're not going to take an entry because we're waiting for bullish confirmation. But if price just tanks straight past it, again, that trend line has been invalidated, so there's nothing for you to worry about. Vema will cancel the trade plan. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's go check out the risk management section. Again, you could leave that and not touch it and not have a look at this stuff, but because I want to show you some cool stuff, let's check it out. I want to show you the risk management stuff first. So all the way to the bottom. And if you look down the bottom left-hand corner where it's got loss and win, you'll see that Vema this is running off a $10,000 account and risking 1% of our trading capital per trade. If our stop loss was to get hit, would mean that we'd be losing $100. So Vema is going to figure out the position size and the leverage so that we're risking 1% of our account every single trade. what's cool about that is we focus on percentage gains. So if your account grows when your account grows and grows and grows, Vema's recalculating what that 1% is going to be as your account grows or sinks, which is pretty damn great. All right, so if Reese moves that stop loss around, you'll notice the position size and the leverage is updating. And so while we're giving you an estimate at this time, when we then come time to actually take an actual trade, Vema is going to redo the calculation and then use those numbers. So you're always getting the most up-to-date, up-to-the-moment information, which is pretty great. All right, so now let's scroll. You know what, we're right there. We can scroll up a little bit so we can see stop loss and take profit on the left-hand side. On the left-hand panel, we've got the account risk, which is 1%. This is my A-game trade. Ascending triangles are my go-to. You know what? I'm going to bump my account risk up to 3% on this. You can do that. Just put 3%. It does the extra calculations for you. We've got a minimum risk to reward, which this trade is currently at 0.75. It's a demo. Just let's go with it. Pretend it's a brilliant setup. If we were to get the entry signal on this trade, on a 0.75 to 1, then Vema's going to say, you said 3 to 1 or nothing. So it'll cancel the trade plan. Awesome. So now we can go, let's add in some extra take profits. I don't just want to gamble everything on hitting 39,000 for Bitcoin. I'm going to take some profit on the way up. So now we've added 3 take profits. Reese might need to scroll so we can see the 3 of them. Just drag them into position on the chart, which is pretty great. And now we can scroll up slightly on the left-hand side. Just as extra fun, we can use Vema's Smart Stop. So as price hits the take profit 1, our stop loss will move to entry. As price hits take profit 2, our stop loss will move to take profit 1. So that way we can be fully hands-off. I've seen the trade, I've automated the entry when my entry conditions are met because it's your trade plan. Now Vema's just going to manage it for you. I love it. All right, so let's scroll on down. One of the most important things you can be doing as a trader is journaling your data. Have a trade plan. If you don't have a trade plan, then you're just really gambling because you need to have your entry conditions, you need to be managing what you're up to, checking in with yourself, how are you feeling today. So the first one we've got here is mood. How are you feeling? Right now, I'm feeling pretty damn great that you're up here. You're here to check out my presentation. So, yay, thank you. We can look at the confidence. Now this one's pretty fun. Let's set that confidence to 10. This is such a good trade. Oh my goodness, you can use this as a ready check. Hang on, if my confidence is 10 out of 10 that this trade's going to go for me, maybe everyone else is thinking that too. So maybe that means I shouldn't take this trade. What else am I missing that I'm so confident this trade's going to go? Because nothing's guaranteed. The next thing we can do is we can add in some notes there. So I don't know, what do we got? Uptrend channel at resistance. Richard is killing. Nice. You can add notes here. What were you looking at? Why were you thinking? So in a couple of days after the trade's played out and you're doing your review time and you come and look at it and you go, why? Why would I have taken? Oh, there's my notes that explains to me what I was looking for. Okay, cool. That's what I was looking at. Now, this is some new stuff for us, bringing your trade plan template into Vema Trader. So now I can say, hey, the rest of this is all custom. What's my high time frame bias? Right now, my high time frame bias on Bitcoin is pretty bullish. We've got market structure, higher high, higher low, great. Our reasons for entry, in this case, trading with my high time frame bias, I've got market structure, I've got a trend line. And you'll see here, this one says reasons for entry, minimum 3. My trade plan says I must have at least 3 of these. If I don't have 3 of them, then it won't let me take the trade. Tick some more if you want, great, gives you more levels of confirmation. Now we scroll a little further down and we can see the pattern. All right, I love ascending triangles, they're my jam, like you'll see soon, they're my jam. So let's pick on that pattern. And have I done these things today? Have I gotten 6 hours sleep? No, but so that tells me I shouldn't take the trade today. But for this example, we'll go ahead and tick that. Have I eaten breakfast? I did get breakfast. Thank you very much, my team, for bringing me some. Yes, I've gotten a bit of a workout today, and I have meditated today. Great. So we can add extra tags in here as well. So we can say, you know what, I'm using an RSI. I'll tag the RSI. I'm using on-balance volume, so I'll tag OBV. And you can add as many of these as you'd like to, which is, yeah, wonderful. All right. We've even got the bees dick showing. All right, so we add on this trade. So that trade is now good to go. What we could do, we're not going to do it because I don't have time, but is we could go ahead and add another trade. we could say, you know what, I want to be set up on this trigger if it price breaks below it. If I get a candle close below my uptrend is broken. That tells me I should short the market. I could add another trigger on there. Reese, can you just add another trigger and let's pick some support level at roughly 35,000. Oh, that'll work too. Cool, we could add a strategy on this one for the break and retest. That's where support is, but you know what? I'm going to say, wait for the break, wait for the retest, wait for confirmation of rejection. Oh, good, now I've got a really good set of confirmations that tells me this trade's going to go. So you can set up multiple trades on Vema Trader instead of just one, which is, yeah, lovely. Let's submit this trade off. That's going to go over to Vema Trader, which will be monitoring it in real time. Here's the dashboard showing you some stuff, your P&L by day. Scroll on down a little bit, please, Reese, and you'll see here is all of the trades. We have got a lot of demos we've done, so there's a lot of trades in this account at the moment. Cool, so we can see the status of them. Some are closed, some have not played out. That one hit a stop loss. If you could go to the last page of this one, of the Your Trades, scroll to the bottom. There we go, there's some that's in profit. Yeah. So the fourth one from the bottom, the Euro USD, you see that's got a little bit of green and the stop loss has been moved into profit. The third one, the one just below it, has got a little bit of red. That trade had its stop loss moved up a little bit, so you can see on your dashboard at a glance how your trades are going. Awesome, let's go over to the Analyze section. So now we've visualized our trade, we've monitored our trade, we've executed our trades. We've now got a collection of trade plans that we can now analyze to see what's going on with our data. Overall, am I profitable on this account? Overall, yes, I am profitable. My ascending triangles, am I profitable on those? Yes, and I got a win rate of 50%, so great, I should focus on those. Look at Tuesday, the next one down. Yeah, I'm profitable on Tuesday, but Wednesday, not yet. No. So if I was analyzing my data and looking at this, I'd be saying, you know what, I should stop trading Wednesdays because I'm not going to lose that 1.3% of the account. I'm going to be winning more because I'm going to focus on the ones that I am winning at. So we can, Vema's tagging by 20 different data points, time of day, which session, what entry conditions you were using, what your risk reward was. Basically anything Vema can automatically figure out for you, we've got a tag for it. And if we scroll on down a little further, then we never, ever, ever shy away from our losses. In fact, in a good trade plan is going to tell you once a week, review that week's trades for losses, and then once a month, go ahead and analyze your data for the month to analyze what patterns, what same mistakes have cropped up again and again and again. In this case, we've got a few bad habits. I have counter trend traded a few times. That's my trade plan says, am I trading with my trade plan? Have I moved my stop loss too early? Did I forget to look left far enough to find where my exits are going to be? And was my stop loss too tight? So now that I've analyzed my data to find what's working for me and what's not, if we go to the top right-hand corner to the hamburger menu, and to my account, to customization, and scroll on down just a little bit. Great, check that journal right there. It's got a forced journal entry. So we can say, do not let me take a trade unless I have filled out my journal. When you try to submit a trade, no matter how good it is, no matter how sexy you think that trade's gonna be, it's a 15-to-1 market entry right now. Vema's gonna say, you didn't fill out your journal, I'm not letting you take that trade because your trade plan says you're gonna do it. Again, guardrails in place. Now here's all the custom journal fields. You can see the ones that we demonstrated earlier. There's my reasons for entry in the pattern. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and we can add a new journal field. We can add in our type of a checklist. Let's call this one Bad Habits. Bad Habits. And then we can add in our three options. What were there was stop loss too tight, counter trend trading. And while Reese fills in the third one, I'm going to take a drink break. 1 second. Awesome. So we can click on save there. 3's enough for now. Now we've got an extra section in our trade, in our journal. Let's go to start charting. Set up any trade, doesn't matter. Now when we try to press submit, it's going to yell at us, hey, errors, you have not filled out your journal. I'm not letting you take this trade until you fill out your journal. Guardrails in place. Fantastic. Now, for the fun part, hey Reese doesn't know I'm going to ask him to do this. Show us how fast you can set up a new trade plan. This is brilliant. Imagine that you are not using Vema Trader and you're now trying to go to TradingView, put up your charts, set up your alerts, you've gotten your alert, now you're going to have to go to your position size calculator, you're going to have to take your screenshots manually, you're going to have to enter your trade plan data in, do your position sizing. Oh my God, how big's your account? We need to figure out what 1% of our account risk is. Well, Reese is already done. So he hasn't filled out his journal yet though. So Vema is going to absolutely save you time and make you a better trader, because now once this is all set off, your hands off. You've got your entry conditions and you've got your invalidation conditions. There's nothing else for you to do. Let Vema handle it and take care of it for you. It'll send you an email to say, hey, the trade got taken. And then it'll send you an email to say, hey, guess what? You made money, or you hit your stop loss. Awesome stuff. All right, so can we please switch back over to the presentation? So there was Vema Trader in action. If you want to see more detail on anything, our booth is right outside. We'd love to show you more. Whole team is here. So as we've seen here, we can analyze our tags and identify our issues. We can then tweak our trade plan based on the results of our analysis. We can now adjust our trade plan so that every future trade plan is there in Vema. And all those trade plan template pieces we had, they're all tags now that you can analyze for. So you can say, how many times am I winning when I do use the pattern ascending triangle versus how many times am I losing when I forget to check for support and resistance. Again, we're throwing everything in your face to really identify what's working for you and what's not. All right, next one here. So you could trade without Vema and constantly need to monitor the markets yourself. You could need to wait for alerts. You could have complicated, my goodness, fat finger errors as you're doing your trade plans and setting up your risk management position sizing. Or you could use the tool that does it all for you. Monitors the market, sets and forgets trades, automatically calculates risk management, inbuilt journaling and tag system, and it captures your data and offers analysis tools. So don't take our word for it just to say it's awesome. I know there's a few customers in the crowd. Give us a shout out and say how awesome it is. Hey, thank you. Here's some real trades taken by customers. In this case here, this one I believe was Mandy Douglas. She identified a double bottom and found a channel. She waited for the breakout of the channel. You can see she's using the cross strategy going long. Now, the exchange numbers you see when you're using leverage, like, oh my God, I made 63% on 125x leverage, yeah, or I made 4,050%. Those numbers mean nothing. They don't tell you what someone's risk reward was. They're not making 4,000% profit. They're actually, it's a, I'm not going to swear, it's a made up fairy number. Whereas Vema's ones here are P&L account change. This trade grew Mandy's account by 17.5% in a single trade. Awesome. If we look at the next one here, Jamie and Joel, these people in COVID, they sold their house and went, let's go get a caravan and travel around Europe. They made 642% account growth in a single trade. Like, wow, that's insane. Now, to be clear on that, they're pretty freaking hardcore traders, I'll give them that. And this was a low time frame, mega tight stop loss, and they managed the trade. But they grew it 642% in the space of 10 hours? Nice. And they didn't have to think about their risk management whatsoever. So, hey, cool, we can look at one trade and say, yeah, cool, lucky trade, bro. Or we can let's look at someone who's been following the Vema style of trading and putting into practice everything we've just talked about here. Tim McMahon, if you look on the left-hand side, on the left-hand side of the chart, you'll see he had a lot of red. He was losing. Had a few wins, that's cool. But he then really spent the time to analyze his data, focus down. I've collected all this data. I got on a Zoom with him. We went through some things, and he said, oh, is that what I'm doing wrong? Oh, okay, I'll stop doing that then. So he set up his trade plan to say, don't do those things anymore. And you can see it. September 28th is just the banger of a day. When he's gone, okay, I get it now. And so from that number in the top right, overall sum, That is the overall account growth that he's had from that date range, including all of his losses, where he lost a bunch, and now he's gone ahead and recuperated and grown his account by 60%, sorry, 59%, in the space of a few months. I'm really, really, really proud of Tim because last week he had his final day at his job. He is now a full-time trader, and he says Vema Trader has helped him with that a lot, which is incredible. I'm super proud of him. I'm honoured by that one. Next one we've got is Mr. Jack Birkinshaw. Jack Birkinshaw has never traded before, and then he started using Vema Trader when he joined up with one of our education partners, MTC Education, who are a great bunch. If you don't know a lot of what I'm talking about, I would happily give you an intro to MTC because they're fantastic. And here's the results of one of them. Jack Birkinshaw, you ask him, how did you get started in trading? So I did what MTC told me to do, and you know what? I attribute Vema to a lot of that because it just made it super easy to do it all. And here, he's grown his account by 72% in the same space that Tim had grown his account in over with all of Tim's losses. Jack is now an educator with MTC, which is incredible. And so we do have actual many, many success stories of Vema Trader, which I absolutely love. All right, so how do you get started? You go ahead and sign up, you trade, you find your edge. Vema's automatically going to journal all of those data points and put in your face, this is what's working for you, that's what's not working for you. So we have a special going on for AuscryptoCon. We've got the wrong presentation on this slide. So take my word for it. We have a 50% off offer for AuscryptoCon. So on the scan the QR code, it'll take you to vematrader.com/AuscryptoCon. Hey, there we go. Thank you so much. Rightio, so here we're showing 50% off all of our plans, usually $99 a month. You can get it for $49 a month, or you can go for a yearly subscription, $500, and you've covered yourself for a year, everything that Vema Trader has to offer. We don't take a cut of any of your profits, and you get everything Vema has to offer. It's pretty damn great. It's really, really good software. Rightio, so on that one, you'll see at the top of this page, we also have AuscryptoComp. This is a competition we have going on where if you were to click on that one, it'll ask you, tell us what your name is. It'll take you through a series of trades, like 5 trades from the past, the real ones that our customers have taken. And it'll go ahead and tell you, rightio, you can set up a trade in Vema Trader using the software. What are your entry conditions? And it'll go ahead and simulate that trade for you. And then it'll tell you, based on that trade, your account growth would have been X or it would have been Y. Don't press it, Reese, because then they'll see the answer. No cheating. And so if we go to the leaderboard for a second here, we can see Claire has, on these 5 trades that are simulation ones, grown her account by 41.8%. That is just insane. I did the scenarios. I'm the one who put them together and ran through it, and I got 35. So what we'll also show you on these is when you set up the trade and you run through it, it'll go, great, here is your result, but here is the trade that we were actually looking for. The pattern was a ascending triangle. You were waiting for a break and a retest. Look at the market structure. So looking forward to turning this into a much more educational tool as well to really help ram home, 1, how to use Vema, 2, what the patterns are, 3, why a trade plan is so important. All right, on that note, we'll put the QR code back up. I don't know if I have any time for a Q&A. Nah, out of time for Q&A. So our booth is just outside. Right there, you can't miss it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to come say hi to myself or the team. Sign up, trade, find your edge. My name is Richard Maud. Thank you so much for your time. Have a lovely convention.